Welcome everyone, Madman bringing another RSL video. So the Thor Fusion is slowly coming to an end, and the Faehammer Titan event is underway. So what do we have here? First off, 100 points to get a 1-star with some alright rewards. 300 points for a 2-star, again some alright rewards. 600 points for a 3-star with again some alright rewards. 1,000 points to get a 4-star. The rewards are getting better, but considering the resources, not that great. But hey, it is what it is, right? So it's kind of really actually bonus stuff. And then lastly, 1,500 points to get the 5-star for Thor. So we're going to do a technical breakdown of everything that is going to be required to get these points. So let's move over and start with Odin's trial. Odin's Dungeon Tournament. It's the first of its kind. So I want to say, I can't remember now, what was the point requirement? Something like 1,000 or whatever for 25 points, and then 2,650 for the other 75. So they wrapped up 100 points. Most dungeon tournaments during these Titan events are turn-based and only give you 50 tokens. Alright, the points requirements here. Since you're getting artifacts and accessories, they're standard dungeon points. This is the first time, so, do we have really a standard for this? No, but considering it's a dungeon, it does have the typical dungeon standard as far as points based on the rank, and then, of course, additional points for its rarity. Summon Rush. At 1,000 points, we're getting 25 hammer points. At 3,200 points, we're getting another 75 hammer points. And at 4,500, we are getting another 100 hammer points for a total of 200. Standard shard rates apply. 500 points for sacreds. So that would be 9 to get all 200. You've got 200 primal, 120 points for voids. They have actually doubled. It's normally 20 points, but they went up to 40 on ancients. So you can pull some ancients and get better value of it going for this. Artifact enhancement. So if we scroll down here, 2625 will give you 20 hammer points. And then once you hit 5,600 points, you will get another 60. So you get a total of 80. Now the difference is normally either 1,500 or 2,000 point mark roughly would give you 25, and then you get another 50 at the standard 4775. So they're giving you 5 more points, but they're making you go up quite a bit higher here. This is equivalent to taking like 2 6-stars all the way up to 16, and then another 2 to 4 up to level 12. I'm assuming that you're rarely leveling up 5-star. But as far as points go, as far as leveling up your gear, they are your standard points, and there you go. Classic Arena. I don't know if this is 1 or 2, but they stuck with their standard 390 points. They did up it from 25 to 30, as I suspected that they probably would. And then info, the points are still the same for Classic Arena. Dragon Turn Attack, which is a tournament, 4,400 points to get the standard 50 frags they usually do for dungeons or 50 tokens. Point scales are a little bit different here, to where you can get anywhere from 23 to 80 depending on how your turns are. Basically in a min-max. On stage like say 25, say you're doing hard 10, you're going to at least get 30, but you could potentially get a maximum of 106. Been quite a while, so I don't know if that is the standard, but that is the points requirement, at least during the Dragon Turn Attack. Champ Training Event, so no scrolls, no ascension, but we have 1,300 points to get the 30 hammer tokens, 3,650 to get another 50, and then 7,100 to get 70 more tokens. So 158 is up for grabs. Been a while, so I'm not sure if these point thresholds are a little high. But again, standard points for leveling up, and looks like standard points for ranking up. So there you go. That is Champ Training. Champion Chase Tournament. So at 250, they put 25 points in here. At 1550, 75, so you can get 100 points reasonably easy. And they put another 150 way up here at 5500. A little bit of a stretch, but total of 250. Now there is a 2 times on Ancients with a 10 time for Dune Lord Gregor. So they're probably hoping everybody's pulling, but that is a pretty high price there depending on your luck. And then we come over to here and we can see standard points for your standard shards, and then the standard points for void shards. So there you go. Nothing has changed there other than the points requirements has gotten fairly high there. Dungeon Divers, 1200 points here for 30, and then if we scroll down, they decided to up the game beyond the standard 3700 up to 4000 now for the other 70 points. So only 100 points, which is typical lately for Dungeon Divers. Just, man, bumping up those points. And let's see. Yep, nope. Nothing has changed there as far as the points requirements go. But it is a little disappointing because this is only a 3-day event and you've upped the points there. Anyway, that is what it is. Fire Knight Turn Attack. 3750 is the point threshold, and they are offering 50 tokens. And if we go here, 23 to 80, 30 to 106. So it looks like they're going to do standardized points for all dungeons. They're just going to vary the threshold on based, I guess, on what they feel is reasonable, achievable for most people. So there you go for Fire Knight Turn Attack. Alright, next up on the list is Spider Tournament, but it's not a turn-based tournament. They decided Barbarians only. And instead of your standard 50 points, at 600 points, you get 20 tokens. At 2050 points, you get another 60 for a total of 80. So, and of course they threw these crystals in. Anyway, as far as accessories go, the points are still the same as your standard dungeon there. So you don't have to worry about how many turns or whatever. Just a little odd there. Of course, they also made it odd with the Barbarian faction there. Alright, Artifact Enhancement. And they did it to us again. 2625, 5600 for 20 and 60 points for a total of 80. And your standard point supply to your gear and its level that you rank it up to. So the second Odin's Trial, and at 800 points we get 20 tokens, and at 2650 we get 80. And basically standard rate supply there between artifacts and or accessories. Classic Arena, the second go around, 390 points, gives you the 30 tokens, which they have modified for this one. Typically it's 25, but as you can see here, the points are all the same depending on which level of arena you are in. Deck of Fate which they do from time to time. And for this one, it is summoning and champ training. So if we scroll down here, we can see the points for the charge. I can't remember. I know the 2000 for sacred is usually typical. Only once have they done like 1500. I can't remember if the 650, the 325, and the 130 are slightly different there. I think they're a little bit raised, but I could be wrong. But they're definitely not your typical points during your Summon Rush events. And then upgrade levels and rank ups, they are like a standard champ training, so no difference there. Okay, we got Ice Golem here. 2050 point requirement to get 50 tokens. And if we just go over here, standard rates apply for the gear you get. Dungeon Divers 2. And let's see, 300 points to get 10 hammer tokens, 1250 to get 30, and 3700 to get 60. Lastly, we have the Fusion Warm-Up event here. It is just upgrade artifacts. You can earn 15 points a day here. Let's go see their points. Well, let's see here. Once you hit 40 points on day 3, today considered day 1, you can get 25. And on the 4th day, so if you started a day Monday, you can pick up the last 75 you need. Assuming you didn't do the Deck of Fate or you got 0 tokens out of the Deck of Fate. If you did, then that changed the dynamics there. Real quick, let's see the points here for leveling up. And pretty much you take anything up to level 12 and that'll give you the 15 points. Now, that all being said, if you did everything up to this point except for the Deck of Fate, the only thing you can skip is the Ice Golem, because they've split this out between this and the Dungeon Divers that it won't quite give you enough points unless you collect all of it. Now, if you're able to grab a few points from the Deck of Fate, just a few, you get lucky to do that, then you might be able to skip finishing off the Fusion Warm-Up or the Dungeon Diver. Anyhow, and then lastly, not related really, but they decided to sneak in Frasier here, and she's not a guarantee, but she's on a 15 time, so they are giving you a chance to pull her without doing her guarantee. One thing that did change is yesterday, day 1, Weregrin was available. I would love either one of these, but I'm not going to pull. I'm trying to be efficient with my shards there and save them up for, usually at the end of the year they do a 200 guarantee. But as of yesterday, what was he, Skinwalker again? Way down here, Weregrin for 25 voids was available should you have needed him for the Mikage fusion, but he is gone today, so if you didn't do it yesterday, you are out of luck. So they got a little sneaky there at the end. So man, they're just trying to not make the player base so happy there as far as the Deck of Fate and the way they've handled it. Anyway, that concludes all the technical breakdown there for the Faehammer Titan event. Good luck if you were going for the 5-star soul. Hopefully you at least got the 4-star if you're going for it at all. Have a nice day.